broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, welcome. Guys, it's the AfterBuzz After Show for Finding Carter. If you have not already, go to youtube.com/AfterBuzz. Hit subscribe. Also, go to iTunes, rate and review us. Also, SoundCloud, and... Nope, that's it.
And everywhere else that you can find us. Just Google.
Yeah. I'm your host, Yael Tygiel. You can tweet at me during the show at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. Using the hashtag ABTV Finding Carter. With me, as always, my lovely panel, Hannah.
Prichard.
Tell them where they can tweet at you.
You all can tweet at me at the Hotshot Dude.
And I'm Kristin Strange, and you can tweet at me at Kristin Strange.
Awesome. Kylie is too cool for school / a jerk, and so she's not here.
Well,
yeah.
She's serving our nation.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Okay. Let's jump right in, because who knows what the future holds. Let's talk about Carter and her ball. Some ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's how I feel. All right, so Carter goes in to meet with her, the school counselor, the college advisor, I would say, with her parents. There's a parent-teacher conference. And basically, the question we've been asking the last season and a half, why is she never at school?
Right?
Good, someone noticed, right?
She's a little too hot to be a guidance counselor, though.
She is. How old is she?
Like 24.
Okay.
And they keep acting like mom and her are best friends. I'm like, she is a child.
Wow, calm down. We're not even there yet.
Okay, sorry, getting ahead of myself.
I want to talk about Carter's excuses of why she's a terrible student. I mean, they're all valid.
Right.
Like, I was kidnapped twice, and, you guys are separating, and I just put the woman who raised me in a mental institution. Fair excuses.
Nah.
But,
She was such a teenager. She was acting like such a teenager, all defensive and, this is school? College? What?
Yeah.
She reminded me of my little brother. It was annoying.
But wouldn't she be truant?
Yeah, they said that she could have gotten kicked out. She either will probably have to repeat the grade or get kicked out because she's missed so many classes, which I don't think that's how that works. Like, you miss so many classes, you get kicked out? No, you get forced to repeat, right?
I don't know about that, actually.
At my school, you got sent to the, extension school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. My school, too.
Yeah, you're done here.
Yeah.
Go there.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Go fail somewhere else.
Yeah. So we see this, issue, this whole episode with Carter dealing with not knowing her future, worrying about it. And I really appreciate that we got this discussion about school and whatever. My biggest problem is everyone pressuring her to do the SATs the next day.
Right. No notice.
Yeah. Not even no notice, but no, you should at least take it once so that you can progress from there. No. You can start by studying.
Right.
Oh, listen, I took it 3 times and I don't think I studied once.
Interesting. Why would you take it 3 times?
I only took it
Well,
twice.
my parents kept thinking I could get a higher score, and I really only went up by 1 point each
Without
time.
studying?
I really just had no desire to do well on a test.
I think they were expecting her to study.
Yeah, I think there's a disconnect there.
No,
I'm
I
not a
studied
test
for the
taker.
SATs, and I only took them twice.
Yeah.
And I killed it because I was super smart in high school. That went away.
Look at you.
What happened? All right. So, okay, we get Crash's influence on Carter this episode. Abby, our guidance counselor, who, let's talk real quick about this Gabe-Abby situation.
Oh, I like that. I hope he gets her.
I like it too. I'm all about a student-teacher relationship. It's ridiculous.
Here's the thing. I also am a fan of this idea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My problem is when Bird goes, oh, even I wouldn't do that. That's too much drama. Really, Bird? Of all the people, you're the one that, it surprises
That's
me.
where she draws her line.
Yeah, Bird should be the one going after a teacher,
Right?
not Gabe.
But hers, I don't, like, she can't do that, though, because hers would be in, like, a sleazy kind of way. I think Gabe's is in, like,
She's
a
pretty.
genuine, I want to woo her kind of like, oh, get it, Gabe.
I disagree. I think his is a sleazy kind of way as well.
I think so. I think he's a sweet guy, and he's just like, oh, she's pretty, and she seems nice.
Gabe's got to get it from someone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I'm ready for it. And I like this way.
I don't like this way at all. I really don't. I think it's silly.
But you know what? She didn't go for it, so
yeah,
she will.
I think she will too, but she didn't right away, so that's a step in the right direction for her.
But his intentions are sleazy. He says, "All I do is study and sport." I don't know what sport he does. All I do is study and sport, and I need this drama in my life.
I think he needs like a, sexy time.
Yeah, no, this is sleazy. This is not oh, she's pretty and I think we'd be a cute couple.
Did he use the word, I need this drama?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. I don't think he means it in, like, a dramatic way, but, like, there's that point where you haven't been dating for so long where you're like, man, I just want a something. Yeah. Even if it's bad, I want some sort of, like, excitement in my life.
Yeah. Right. I think
that's what he meant.
Yeah. I don't like this, and I'm surprised that it's not coming from Bert. That's what I want to say. It shocks me that she's like, oh, even I won't do that. Yes, you will.
Yes,
Why, though, was Abby, the guidance counselor, at a carnival alone talking to students who are clearly drinking?
Because she's too young. Like, I feel like that's what almost happens when teachers who go straight out of college start teaching in high schools or middle schools. They start, like, hanging out with the students.
I mean, I think also she's not exactly a teacher. She's a guidance counselor, which makes it a little bit different.
Yeah.
A little. But also, like, it's the county fair. She went to the county fair.
Alone?
So what? She doesn't know anybody. She's new in town.
Oh, is she new in town?
I don't know. Maybe shut up.
I kept wondering that too. After a while, I started to wonder if her and Elizabeth were actually friends. And I was like, wait, what?
Okay, so Abby is super pro car crash.
Right? She's the first person on Team Hannah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say something.
You're pro car crash too?
No, that's not what I'm going to say. But I will say, after this episode, I believe that Crash may have turned over a new leaf.
I do too.
Calm down, Hannah.
I told you, fools.
Also,
told you.
He looks older now, so I feel like it's not so weird that I'm attracted to him because he looks like he's
No.
Like,
no.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
But here's what I do want to talk about. Let's talk about his uncle.
Which somebody tweeted at me. I have a feeling Hannah's gonna fangirl out over the uncle, and I was like, ooh, can't wait to see this uncle. The minute he stepped on, I was like, woo!
Mine, dips.
Did I allow it?
Yes,
okay.
dips.
I allowed something on Twitter. I don't remember what I allowed.
Me.
Here's the problem. He's very attractive. He has scars all over his face, right?
What? No. What are you talking about?
I didn't see that clearly.
I'm taking it to the chat roll. Anyone in the chat roll, let us know.
Tweet us a picture.
Yeah, also
he had scruff all over his face.
he had scars. Like, I wasn't sure if it was oil or scars. Jonathan in the booth. You were in charge of keeping an eye on the chat roll for if someone says he has scars. Thank you. Good. Okay. While that's happening, let's talk about this real date they have. You loved it.
It was super cute.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
I was surprised that she wasn't dressed up a little more. Usually, if it's
she wasn't.
I'm gonna take you on a real date. Let me put on my pullover striped shirt.
No, she was all like slouched sitting at the table. Like,
her hair's tied back. She's like, yeah.
I mean, I feel like they've gotten to that comfort level. You know,
they just started dating again.
Yeah, but they're comfortable with each other.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about Carter and Elizabeth's heart-to-heart. Excuse me.
No, they don't want to talk about Carter and Elizabeth.
We'll get to that later. Or we'll talk about it now.
Yeah.
What did you think about this heart-to-heart that Carter and Elizabeth had?
I thought I liked it, but with Carter thinking about her future and being all upset about this, I kept trying to understand watching her, like, why she would have never thought ever about her future. Like, wasn't there ever a moment where she was like, I want to go to Europe, or I want to do this, or I'm interested in this? Not necessarily about college, but I'm like, why is Elizabeth not asking, what is it that you want to do? Not even school related. What is something that you want to do that you've always desired to do?
Fair question.
Something you want in your future, no matter what it is. Like, what do you want in life? You can't have just thought about the past 16 years and 17 years.
Before we continue this, we have an answer from the chat roll.
All right, yeah, I've got two of them. Matt and J1 and Sarah Bishkin are both saying he had scars.
Boom! I was paying attention. Ladies, look at his face, not his body. Thank you, chat roll.
I was looking at his swag.
Yeah,
That's what was happening for me. I was looking at his energy.
He did have a really great face, though, under those scars. Okay, so back to the Carter future conversation. I agree with you guys, but I was thinking about it, and who the kids she hung out with in her past life, they were potheads who like broke into the playground. Remember?
Right.
I don't think a future was something that they thought about because they were busy smoking pot and breaking in places.
Yeah. I don't understand that, though. See, because I was such a good student that I can't understand not even thinking just a little bit about what I want to do. Because there's too many things I wanted to do, whereas Carter's like, can't find one.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Yeah, I know, I'm with you.
Well.
Yeah, okay. So I know where that conversation is going. That said, I think when she finally connects the Lori situation, Lori didn't actually, it wasn't that she was a cool mom, it's that she never wanted me to leave her.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
What a great awakening for her.
Right.
As sad as it is.
It is.
And it is. Oh, man. Okay.
That sucks for her, though, because she must feel like, man, my whole life is screwed up, and I could have been in a totally different direction if my mom cared.
Yeah.
And there's not much you can do now as what is she, a junior or a senior?
She's a junior.
Yeah, like you can't backtrack that much now.
Right. So
I tried.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You take the SATs senior year, don't you?
You take them junior year. You take them second semester junior year, and then you have the option to take them first semester senior year.
Because you need to apply first semester.
You also have the option to take them, though, in junior high, don't you? Like, take them once, or is that just the ACT?
PSAT.
The PSAT.
No, not that.
No, ACT is different. No, you don't take this test in junior high.
Isn't there? I swear there is one that you do.
Maybe where you come from.
Like a Kentucky state of passing test.
All right, everyone.
Let's talk about Tofi. Okay. So real quick, Taylor discovers David's affair and freaks out a little bit.
Of course she does.
And
She's Taylor.
I feel like we're watching this downward spiral of Taylor. We've been seeing it all.
I'm liking her spiral, actually.
Of course you are.
It's giving her an edge.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of where it's headed and where we're going to, because she's got to hit rock bottom at some point. And my fear is what that's going to be, because she's taking leaps in these spirals.
I mean, not quite. She's like drinking a little bit and having sex with a new guy.
But she's not. It's not that she's just having sex with a new guy. It's that she's leading on this guy.
Oh yeah, no, she is.
But I think she actually is starting to be interested more.
I don't.
In Ophi. I don't think she is on the level she is with Max, but I think she is starting to enjoy him.
I disagree. I think that she's starting to realize what she's doing.
I think she's I'm leading him on. Yeah. This sucks. Should I stop? I don't know. Let's have sex with him one more time and see what happens.
Well, so because he gives her the teddy bear, and she first off, did anyone else notice that she did not say thank you?
Yeah. No, she didn't once.
It really bothered me.
And she said, I love it.
I love it. But she did not say the words, even thanks.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Where are your manners?
That's the first thing you do when someone hands you something.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like she had that blackout moment though of being like, oh my God, here's this guy buying me something. Yeah. And I think that the moment you guys were talking about, I think that was that moment for her. He traded
drugs for it.
Which was so unattractive. I'm like, bro, don't tell her that. Lie if you have to. I don't even care, but if you're trying to woo the girl, don't tell her.
Well, the way he said it was,
I bought this with drugs.
And he says it's gonna
cut into the income.
It's gonna cut into my income. How sweet.
So that's pretty much money right there.
I mean,
we also learned a little bit about Ophi's family. He says, I have a pretty normal family. My two dads love each other.
I love that.
And I was like, what? Can we explore this? I want to meet his family. Because how does this great family produce a drug dealer? That's what I want to know.
That's a true statement.
Well, anybody can become a drug dealer, and he's the good kind of drug dealer. He's not like the kind that carries a gun and shoots people.
Crash.
Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that. And then I was like, wait, someone's already
He
done
was
that on
not
the
dealing
show.
drugs when he was
Yet.
carrying that gun.
All right, we'll get to the drugs. We will get to the drugs, guys. I speak English. All right, before we move on.
This show makes me feel like I have really bad taste in men, which I already know that, but I mean, like, it really makes me feel that way even more.
Okay. I have something really important I need to talk about, guys. iTunes. What do you think I was going to say?
I don't know.
Okay.
I thought that there was like a big reveal. You were going to be like, I'm engaged or something. I don't know.
Nope. Okay. iTunes, guys. If you don't know, we clearly love this show.
That's a problem.
We get defensive. And we ask you guys to do one very simple, we ask a few simple, whatever. We ask of you to do some simple things for us. Go on to iTunes, hit subscribe. That way you know there's a new episode. That's nice. Also, leave us a rating and a review. If you leave us a review, you get a shout out on the air. I have a shout out, guys. I have 2 shout outs. That's what you get. All right. Sarah RB1098 says 5 stars. Love the show. Love it since day one. Love Kylie's TV persona. Here's a hers is quite endearing and charming. A true joy to watch. Yael seems quite grounded and level-headed. That makes me sound old. Except when she tries to lay claim to both Kyle and David. No, not tries to. Has claim to both Kyle and David.
King Yael.
Yeah, for sure, King Yael. Kristin is a delight. Her theories are entertaining and thought-provoking. Hannah, I still have yet to get to know you. Besides your feelings on Crash, or should I say Car Crash.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
You don't want to get to know me.
Also, there's like a meh face after that. I'd personally like Carter to go to Gabe. Giant happy face. My only complaint, I haven't seen any of you live tweet this season so far. Great job, guys, and keep up the fantastic work. Last season, we did live tweet a whole bunch.
Right. I'll try and do that more. It's just
too
10 p.m.
late.
is so
It's so
late for
late,
me.
guys.
I don't get to watch it till the next day.
I know.
Okay. One more. Lana Weiss, I'm so sorry for butchering your name. 5 stars. Thirsty for your opinions this week. Ooh.
Ooh, I like that. Thirsty.
You all remain awesome in your opinions on this show. Even the pro car crash shots are fun to listen to. Shut up.
I will say we are all a little too honest.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about because I'm holding a lot of things in.
Okay.
I'm going to try to do that.
I felt so bad for Grant this episode. I can't fault him for overacting at his girlfriend since he was obviously due to his developing abandonment issues. Yeah, because most of his family always ignores him and acts like he's the redheaded stepchild named Hugh. Hugh with an H-E-W. Yeah, those are very accurate things. Let's dive. I speak English.
Dive. Shit.
Okay, we speak English here. Let's talk about Grant and Regan, or as we're calling them,
Regan.
Yeah. It's their first time meeting in person, which we didn't think
So
would
cute.
happen.
So cute.
No.
I didn't think she lived in town.
Well, I started to think it wasn't like, I don't know. I started to think it was something crazy, but we won't go there. But
Okay.
I thought that was cute though.
I love his like super flirty, like
Right.
want to walk to opposite corners and FaceTime. So cute.
He
yeah.
had some game.
Yeah, he has a lot of game.
Okay.
You don't think he had a game?
I mean, well, he's 13, right? Sure, for a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
he did
For
cute.
them, yeah.
It was
So cute.
I felt so bad for him when he lost her and he started freaking out. I hate when kids are bullied or sad, especially like
Okay.
it breaks my heart. Like kids and dogs, I don't like to see them bullied or sad.
I don't think anybody.
That is the weirdest statement ever. Continue. Is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Look, I think his blow up at her was very much, hard for her to take. But I feel like they talk enough, and I assumed that they are kind of each other's therapy.
Right.
I thought the same thing.
So the fact that she doesn't understand, I mean, I'm asking a lot of a 12-year-old, but like clearly he has abandonment issues, and he says to her, "You should have been paying closer attention."
Well, she must have missed that day in her Psych 101 class. So
But it's true though. I thought the same thing because I felt like she's the only person that he's been talking to
Yeah.
about anything.
Right.
So if anybody would understand him having like a freak out, I thought it would be her.
Yeah, agreed.
And to be like, I get it, something's going on with you, your family, and stuff like that, but...
Also, like, your family never notices you. I notice you.
I don't know if I would have noticed that if I was like 12 or 13 and that happened with a guy.
Really? Because I was about all the emotional conversations when I was 12 or 13 with boys. Like, let's stay up until 5 in the morning and have all the talks.
Here's the thing. If you had a friend who told you, I always feel like no one notices me, everyone forgets that I exist, I feel abandoned, and then he freaks out because you abandoned him, I think you would put that together.
You think, though? I don't know.
Maybe not you, but most people, I think, would put it together.
I don't know. I feel like that's a big connection to expect of a 12-year-old.
I feel abandoned all the time. You abandoned me.
But like, I don't think that she's seeing it as she abandoned him. I think she's seeing it as I walked out of sight. I thought you were behind me. She's not thinking, oh, I abandoned you. So clearly,
He says pay closer attention.
Yeah, like, it was definitely a freak out, like an uncalled for freak out.
Yeah.
But still, there was like...
I'm asking way too much of a child.
But I thought the same thing, though. I thought the same thing. Like, his freak out was ridiculous, but at the same time, I thought she would be like...
I just want someone to give him a hug.
Right?
Yeah.
Can somebody show him some love?
And then I was so mad, too, because he went to the carnival with Taylor, and then he's wandering around by himself. What did Taylor do? Get out of the car with Ophi and say, okay, see you later, have fun.
As soon as I saw Taylor and Ophi drinking with Crash and everybody, all I could think was,
where's Grant?
Where is he?
That's exactly what I thought.
They lost him or locked him in the car. We cracked a window. Okay.
We cracked one.
Let's move on to my favorite people.
Okay.
The parents.
Yikes.
I'm so old. Oh, God. Okay. So they decide that they're going to see other people because of Hillary. This woman, Hillary.
I don't like her at all.
She is a witch with a B. That said, I feel like she's been very open with her intentions and we can't fault her.
That's true.
I hate that we can't fault her.
What kind of was sad for me between David and Elizabeth was like, you could tell they both want each other, but they don't.
Yeah.
I know.
And it's like, I don't know. That was really sad because they're both like, oh, we're both trying. But like, you can't just be like, I think that we should work this out, so I'm going to be in love with you again. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we see David say to Hillary, like, I'm trying to work things out with my wife.
She's an awful person.
Who is?
Hillary. It just makes me so mad. Because when he's like telling her that, she's like, but I heard her say you all were separated and wanted to see other people.
Yeah.
So now let's make out in your car.
She also said that she doesn't want to break up this marriage. I was like, oh my God, you're so manipulative.
Exactly, which is the line you use when you want to break up.
Trust me, girl, I know. She was like, I don't want to break up this marriage. I'll wait for you. Yeah.
Blech.
Yep, good line, girl. Smooth.
She likes him. She can't help who she likes.
Yeah.
I mean, she can help what she does about it, but...
Yeah.
I mean, that said, he kissed her.
Right.
He kissed her. He clearly wanted
After
her.
she was spewing all that.
And she was kind of like this. Like, he was right
her.
there, and she was kind of like, uh-huh.
God. I don't like her.
Meanwhile, in the house, we have Elizabeth and Kyle making out, which I did enjoy. Although, poor Kyle, Eddie has always said that Kyle is the Latin lapdog.
Yeah.
And in this episode, you see it so much when she's like, oh no, Carter's home, get out. And he's like, okay, I'll call you.
What's weird is she seems happy with him. When she's with him, she's smiling and she's happy. So it's like, girl, why don't you just do something about that? Why don't you just go and be with Kyle, since obviously you're happier with him than you are with David? And
I feel like you're right. I feel like they're trying to make it work because they think that they should.
But
they don't want to.
Yeah. I think they do want to some degree because they're a family and they loved each other at one point. Right. So I think
you can't create
But like
feelings.
you said, I think they want to.
Yeah.
So the desire's there.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cute when he was like running out and he would like grab her and kiss her and she'd like twirl around like a little girl.
She's like, no.
Yeah, that was sweet. I want them to be together. I think that her and David both deserve to be happy with other people because they're obviously not happy together.
And Kyle should be shirtless.
All the time.
Just so we're all on the same page.
But I did think it was really funny how the minute he leaves, after they've been like drinking wine and making out, and then Carter comes running in and she's like, have you been drinking? And then she sits down and has a conversation like this close to her with, I know, just like alcohol wine mouth just breathing in her child's face.
She's an adult.
Yeah, but I still thought it was funny though. I was like, I know if I had had a couple of glasses of wine and then I'm having a serious conversation with somebody, I would be like, I shouldn't be having this conversation. You know what I mean?
It's because you're an adult.
Okay, stop it. I'm a adult child.
Anyway, Elizabeth confuses me a little. This whole situation confuses me. That said, I am not a married person with children.
I just feel like if you don't want to be together, just get a divorce. Just do it. Why are you putting yourselves through more work and more pain and more suffering, and your kids through more pain and suffering? If you just do it and say, you know what, this isn't working out. It has been working out for quite a while now. Let's just get a divorce and be done with it.
Yeah, Taylor makes the greatest statement ever. They're separated over something that happened 15 years ago, right? Yes, 15 years ago. And really, like, Elizabeth recently had an affair.
Right.
Like, what? Guys, neither of you want to be together.
Right.
That's the thing. I hate that they're putting the blame on this divorce on something that happened 15 years ago, because if it was the case that it was only about something that happened 15 years ago, the divorce wouldn't be happening at all.
No. Separation.
Yeah, separation, divorce,
Not
whatever.
even close to divorce
Yeah,
yet.
well, that's the thing.
They should be.
I am not, like, all about them divorcing or not divorcing, whatever. But I am about them taking a real separation, which is not what they're doing.
No, not at all.
At all.
No.
Like, that is what is going to mess up their children, is that they're not...
They don't have any
that
stability.
line.
It's like, you're in the house, then I'm in the house. No, someone needs to get another house.
Yeah.
Is what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And the kids, I mean, I don't care how you do it, but...
This isn't a separation.
Yeah, this isn't a separation, and this isn't going to be healthy for them in the long run.
All right, let's transition a little bit, guys. Max and Bird are having some financial issues. Okay. First off, the amount of rent that she owes makes me wonder, are they renting the house that she's in? Like,
no, it was just the bills. Wasn't it just the bills?
He needed rent. He needed $500 for rent.
They started
They do
calling
live
it
in
rent.
Virginia.
Well, I thought they started calling it rent towards the end, but when he first came up to her about it, it was about their bills.
Because, the amount seems odd. But also, what they're living, are they not in the house that the FBI seized? Because it looked like they were in the...
I thought they were too. I think they just kind of put off that plot line this episode.
We'll figure that out later.
We'll go back to it.
Okay, so they need money, but Bird is spending all her money on buying friends, which I appreciate that Max called it out.
Yeah.
And Bird has always been, in my eyes, the obnoxious friend who we need to take a closer look at the situation, right?
Yeah.
She is not a good friend.
No.
And she's been buying friends because she's afraid no one will like her.
She's like, oh, I'll throw a party. Yeah, that'll work.
Because, no one will like you because you're a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And you, make your friends go to jail for you.
Okay.
They could like her. They could like her, but now she's created this appearance as somebody who will constantly pay for things or buy things for people, that now that is her role in her group of friends. So now when she stops doing that, that's when it's going to be like, well, I thought you did this and now you're not cool. I'm like, well, now you ruined it for yourself now when you go back the other way.
But it's not
they would have liked you to begin with.
It's not just that. It's that when she's put aside her buying people and their love, like when she is your friend, she lies about you stealing her mother's jewelry, and she invites trouble over to her parties, and she also she makes ugly paintings and then won't tell you why.
She needs some serious therapy.
She needs understatement.
Like quite a few people. I think we should just get like a whole therapist for this whole group of people, 24 hours a day when you need it.
You know what?
But I don't want...
Gabe doesn't need therapy.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
He really doesn't.
He may after this whole student-teacher relationship, but right now he doesn't.
And then he will.
But I don't want Max to be her therapist. Like, it bothered me the whole time. I was like... When she spent $300 or whatever it was on those stupid bumper cars,
and
he can't bail her out.
Yeah, and he was still like calm about it. I was like, absolutely not. $300 is a lot when you don't have money,
right?
Yeah. Especially when you needed $500.
Right. Yes, and she didn't have it 12 hours ago, and now she's spending.
No, here's the thing: we've seen Max over and over again be calm and accepting and patient. And I'm worried that he's going to snap.
Yeah, I hope he does. He
I
needs to
hope he
release
does,
all
too.
that.
Yeah. He and Grant need to take a road trip and let it go.
You know,
Stop it.
and I was also mad at Max at the carnival because he should have known that Grant was there by himself and he should have gone and hung out with him because they're buddies.
Right. No, you're right. He should have. That said,
Side note.
a family member could have been more responsible.
No, that's true, but
Yeah.
you know, he's the closest thing, so.
So, Crash needs a favor. Max does it. He thinks it's to take a car and fix it or watch it or something. The car's full of Coke.
I was surprised he opened it up. He was like,
was
let me
too.
just pull this out and see what's under here. I wouldn't have thought to do that.
Well, I mean, the guy comes in and checks the trunk.
Right.
And then says lock up and leaves.
But that guy was creepy that in my head I would either like look at it and then pretend that I had never seen it,
Right, I
or
wouldn't wanna
not
know.
look at it because I knew something bad was in there.
I would have just locked the place up and left.
Yeah,
Or that.
I would have done that.
It's clearly the uncle. The uncle is into some bad things.
Scarface? Yes.
Yeah.
With all the Coke? Scarface? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm disappointed that Crash isn't involved.
Well, he
Just
does look
accept it.
genuinely
He's
surprised.
a good, attractive man. Just let him be.
Wrong.
Boy, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, how old are you?
18, he's a man.
Okay.
Kind of.
Sure. It bothered me that he wasn't involved, but that's just because I want to get rid of him. But Max stayed all night. Also, if I were Max, I would have, after I saw it, wiped my prints from the whole thing.
Right.
Because now you've touched that car.
Well, he didn't touch any of the Coke, though, did he?
No, but he touched the hood,
Right. But if he's doing maintenance on it, he can still get away with that. It's if he actually touches that, then it
Not
shows
the
that he knew
trunk.
it was there.
not the trunk.
Well, you could still touch the trunk
Yeah.
if you're doing
You
maintenance.
can walk by and touch that trunk. Nobody knows where your hands were
Yeah,
on
like
that
I was
car.
cleaning it.
Yeah, but if nobody else's
Yeah.
prints are on that car except for Max's because he touched the trunk.
Well, that one dude's will be on it.
Not necessarily.
Max is.
Well, he
as
did
of right
touch the
now-
trunk. The
I'm
one
just
did
saying, wipe it down.
Yeah.
Well, no, because
But
then I
there's
feel like
no one
it's
else's
tampering with it.
prints. Yeah, then no one else's prints. So anyone else who may have had prints no longer are there.
I feel like right now, him and Crash have the opportunity to report it rather than mess
not
with
gonna
it.
do that.
But they're not going to do that. Exactly, they're not. And now it's going to become some like blow up situation again. And I'm like, Crash, can we just stay out of trouble, please? You're doing so well.
On that note, I'm taking us into predictions.
And now,
And there's a reason.
Your
Okay.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, here's why I'm taking into predictions. Because if you saw the trailer, it looks like Elizabeth, Kyle, and the rest of the cops, irrelevant cops, they
The extras.
they raid the mechanic shop, or at least that's what it looked like. They raid something. I wasn't sure if it was a mechanic. Did either of you see it?
I didn't get to see it.
No.
Here's what we have in the trailer. Big words. Danger, shock, heartbreak.
Will Robinson.
Yeah.
Man, I
so
missed a good one.
Max and Carter versus Crash. So Crash is like, you don't even believe me. And she's kind of taking Max's side.
Good.
Yeah, stay calm. The cops raid what looks like the mechanic shop. It could be that they raid something else. It looks like Taylor overdoses or passes out with Ophi, and Carter is crying, I think to Elizabeth, and goes, he's gone. Who's gone? Excellent question. Does Taylor OD? Excellent question. Predictions, ladies?
I don't think that Taylor ODs. I do think that she will go a little too hard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I think.
I don't.
too.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be as serious as like, oh my God, she OD'd. Is she gonna live? I think it's gonna be like her going a little too hard and passing out, and kind of liking it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go down the route that Carter was when Carter first like joined the family,
Interesting.
which is fine because Carter started out that way. So why not?
She never had her
do that.
rebellious stage.
Exactly. It's
about time.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. And then I can only think that whoever is gone is either Crash or Armadillo runs away.
No.
But if it's Crash, it's going to be because she doesn't trust him or believe him, and the whole family loses their minds on him, and Elizabeth probably goes off on him and talks about how he's not a good influence on Carter, and then he's just like, whatever, I'm out.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe Max.
Leaves?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. He's gone. We're automatically going to assume that it's Crash.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's not.
It's not?
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. Those are all excellent predictions.
Thank you.
I predict we're going to see more of the hot uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Predict or hope?
Hope.
Like,
All
on
hopes.
Shirtless?
Kyle shirtless. David shirtless. Some shirtlessness also would be nice. And I think that I think Tofi is headed down a bad path where Taylor is going to continue to take advantage of Ophi's feelings, and I think he's going to get fed up with her.
You think?
I think the truth will come out about him probably being a virgin may happen.
Oh, that needs to come out because we really believe that's a thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. What an eventful episode.
It was.
It was.
They're all eventful. I get so excited.
If the writers are watching, just please make Grant not so forgotten, because it just breaks my heart
it really
too
does.
much.
Because we don't like sad or bullied kids.
No, and especially okay, 'cause I have a little brother, so it kills me to see someone like this is so social, cute and a little being hurt, because then I think about him and I'm like, oh.
But it was nice to see him and Taylor kind of team up again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was nice to see him converse with someone outside of the family in real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't go great.
Yeah. I think that's going to be resolved. I think Gregan is definitely a thing.
Good.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
And she's so cute for him.
She's so cute for him.
She is.
I want to say I think that Kyle might get fed up with the Elizabeth situation.
He should.
I hope he does.
And rips his shirt open.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I'm mad. Yeah, that's what I want, guys. That's what I want.
I think he has a right to get upset with her for it.
He absolutely does. And I want to see him have a conversation with David about it.
Oh, and David's going to sleep with Hillary.
Ugh.
That's going to happen. David seems weak. Let's be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody else, thank you for joining us. Kristin, why don't you tell people where they can find you online?
Oh my gosh, I don't get to go first usually. You can find me on Twitter at Kristin Strange and on Instagram at Kristin Aubrey Strange.
Excellent. And who did I say you can have? You can have Hot Uncle?
Hot Uncle. I'm going to take a look at his face though, because I don't think I really took a look at that. But I'll let you know next week.
It's good. All right.
And I'm Hannah Prichard, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Hotshot Dude.
Excellent. I'm your host, Yael Tygiel. You can find me online at yael.tv or Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest,
All the
Polygon.
things.
All of those. Google Plus at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And we will see you here next week for another episode of Finding Carter.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.